A to the K.
To the K.
To the K. Time for some money in the bank, and boy, do we need it. Clash of the Castle was expensive.
Nice.
Same.
The British equivalent of Money in the Bank is fucking skint, mate. You go for that pay-per-view.
To be fair, Triple H was saying they've run out of castles, so that could be the next one because we're always skinned.
I don't know how he's run out of castles already, but
I know, yeah. But yeah. Money in the Bank's happening soon.
Money in the Bank, mate.
And we like Money in the Bank.
We do.
Except for that time Otis won it, and then he lost the contract to Miz.
And then the pandemic one was a bit.
And then
did he win the pandemic?
He won the pandemic one, but then also
when they threw Rey Mysterio off the roof of the building.
I do remember that. And the who's that jumping up the but the Austin Theory one wasn't great either because they cashed in for the United States Championship, and I wasn't a fan of that.
I was.
Well, I wasn't. I'm hopeful this time that we get something better, but 5 matches have been announced so far, so I figured
let's talk about them.
Because there probably will only be 5. That seems to be the plan.
That's fair.
So kick off, shall we, with Damian Priest defending his title against the returning Seth freaking Rollins.
Gotta be Damian, innit?
You think so?
I don't want Seth coming back and going, I'm having my belt back, actually. It just seems a bit naff.
Yeah. Feel you with that one.
Like, no offense to Seth, he's an absolute legend, but it's just, I mean, I wouldn't have inserted him in the title picture at all.
Yeah.
But who else do you give Damian?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he was in the title picture, lost at Mania. We've not seen him since, so it kind of makes sense why he would still be in there. It's not like he had his rematch clause or anything because he was fucked, wasn't he?
I know, but we've had a good run with him as champ.
No, we have.
So it's like, are we going to revisit that?
Well, yeah,
it'll feel a bit stale if he won.
I'm not saying you should win it. I suppose with everything going on with the Judgment Day at the minute, you've got to wonder whether this is where the wheels fall off, essentially. So does Liv Morgan get involved here in some way? Is Finn Balor actually wanting to have control of Judgment Day, and that's why he's in cahoots with Liv and stuff?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. But yeah, I don't think I would be super made up if Seth came back and just won the belt like that.
You should be even more pissed off if Seth wins, because that means that they chose to not put the belt on Drew just to have this match and have Seth take the belt.
Like, I know we haven't done, I know I did my little vlog and all that. I know we haven't done like a reaction review to Clash of the Castle. And we're not going to because...
But I'm going to let you fume.
But I just want to say, I'm so angry. 4 hours we drove to get up to there. I bought all the merch beforehand that says, I was there.
I mean, you were still there.
I was there, but I get to wear this t-shirt now.
It's not like you bought a shirt that says,
I was there the day they ripped my heart out. CM Punk ate it like a fucking muffin.
Damn.
Anyway,
I'll take your points. And what?
You're right.
Isn't it great that you can be that invested in something now? That's the range of emotion.
Yeah, no, it is good.
Because there was a time when we never got that out of WWE for a while.
No.
It's great to see.
It is.
And as much as Drew definitely should have fucking won that. It's nice to see that they...
It would anger me more because Drew didn't win it. So, like, if they were willing to let Damian lose, they should have been Drew in Scotland, right? So
that's the... You need to go with that shirt on. It should have been Drew.
Should have been Drew. Isn't that... It's like a song, Britney Spears or something. Gotta be me.
I think that's Justin Timberlake.
Is it?
They're both in a relationship, so see how you got
more or less. But yeah.
It might have been in sync before anyone.
Gotta be Drew. Should have been Drew. Anyway, tangent. So, yeah, for that reason, Damian Priest, I guess, I want to win. But I do worry that the whole Judgment Day thing's going to implode pretty soon. But we'll get onto that when we talk about Money in the Bank and stuff anyway. But Damian. Which takes us to the next one. I know who you want to win this. Sami Zayn taking on Bron Breakker.
Hit me. Look, if I'm playing tactically here to try and get some points, I don't think I've been on the prediction board in like 7 years. But if I was trying to get on the board, I'm going to vote Bron because they're definitely going to give this to Bron.
Do you think they will? Because he didn't give it to Chad again. That's another thing. It was Clash of the Castle.
And that'll be just another reason I hate Bron because Chad never got it and he fucking will.
Just the reason I'm like totally invested right now. I'm just getting I'm getting the Money in the Bank thing up to see who's going to be in the other qualifying matches in a bit. But yeah, it would really anger me if Bron Breakker is the one to dethrone Sami.
I think they're so fucking high on Bron that they're definitely going to do this.
Like I can't think of a reason why he would lose either. So at the minute, he's got a bit of a feud going on with Giovanni. No, not Giovanni Vinci. Ludwig Kaiser.
He's broke him.
Well, yeah, he's Bron broke him. So maybe there's something there, depending if he's okay, that gets involved and costs him the match that way or something. But
or he wins and then it becomes a feud for the belt. And Sami's not a part of it.
I just don't want him to win. Like he hasn't...
Look, I don't want him to win, but if I was playing tactically and I'm saying he's gonna.
Yeah. It's also a weird one, this, because they're both technically baby faces, I suppose. Like, they're not...
Am I alone in hating him?
No, but they're not booking him as a heel, are they? They're certainly booking Sami as a babyface, and it's like Bron's going up against Ludwig Kaiser, who's getting booed out the building. So it's like,
yeah. But Bron is insubordinate and never listens to the rules.
Yeah,
that's a heel in my books.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with my heart over my head, I think, on it, because I can't bear the thought of Bron Breakker as champion so soon. I think it could have the opposite effect, because they obviously want him to be the next big star, and you think they would have learned from mistakes in the past with if you force them down people's throats. They will reject it.
This is what's happening. He's going to win, I'm telling you. And he's going to come out screaming with the belt on his waist. That's the only difference.
He's just going to run really fast.
Is he a champ? I didn't notice.
Yeah. So you're thinking Bron?
Bron. My money's on Bron.
I'm going to have to go Sami, but I think it won't be Sami clean. They'll want to make Bron look strong. Dirty Sami. So, yeah, I'm not sure how that will happen yet, but...
Also, by the way, how underappreciated is Sami Zayn's logo? Really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, to be fair. Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
I like it. So this next one, WWE, Cody Rhodes will not be defending his WWE Championship at this event. He will be teaming up with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens to take on 3 of the Bloodline. Who misses out? Jacob Fatu? Solo?
You got to imagine if Solo's playing the leader, then you got to imagine he doesn't get involved.
You think?
Yeah. That's how I would look at it.
But it's like
he's the guy in charge, so he's sending the rest of them to deal with it.
Yeah,
what Roman would do.
You would imagine the fallout of this is going to be Solo versus Cody for the title at SummerSlam.
Because that's what we're all fucking begging for, isn't it?
That's what we can't wait for. But then the fantasy booker and me will go, and that's when Roman Reigns is going to return. So that way, Solo doesn't win, and it moves into becoming about Bloodline versus Bloodline. And it gives Cody another...
But then Cody keeps inserting himself somehow.
Yeah, he'll find a way. He always does.
Cody finds a way.
So you think Solo's going to sit out?
I think Solo's going to sit out, yeah.
Okay. That probably would make the most sense.
Yeah. I do think the Bloodline... I think the Bloodline are going to win it, though.
You think?
Yep. I think you need to push Jacob. There's people who are learning who he is. People who know who he is, then he's a badass. People who are learning who he is. And I think this would be a good opportunity to push how cool the Bloodline is. So, let's do it.
What if? No, I don't think it'll happen yet. You've got to imagine Randy Orton and Cody's going to happen.
I mean, that would be the match I actually want to see. I don't want to see Cody versus Solo, all due respect.
Yeah.
But, the match that could happen sat right there. Sat right there, Carl.
So, could it be... Could it be Orton costs Cody the match, sets them up at SummerSlam, and we don't get Solo for the title?
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, I can dream.
Yeah, I feel like we won't get that for SummerSlam, but I do feel like the seeds will be planted to maybe get there for...
Yeah, you got to plant seeds.
Survivor Series, Rumble, Mania.
Rumble would be a good one.
But yeah, I kind of agree with you. Bloodline need to win in order to keep themselves a threat.
Well, they just introduced that many people that fast that they need to, that's what keeps them a threat, because no one really knows them yet. So.
But you say that, but has Tama Tonga won a match yet? He's had about 3 matches, and I think he's lost them all.
Well, and even more reason why it needs to work as a team.
Yeah, so they could do with a win, really, otherwise it's just little man Solo just shouting angrily, even though he keeps losing.
Fucking Bloodlight, isn't it? Hey!
That's got to be a
thanks,
thing.
Mate, thanks.
Bloodlight.
We've got to make that image. I've just decided.
Yeah. Love it. Bloodlight logo, but with Bloodlight. Yeah. Cool. Love it.
Done. Don't steal it before we get a chance.
So, Bloodlight are going to take the win.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so proud of that one. I'm so damn proud of that one.
Love it. Okay. Which takes us to Money in the Bank, right? And we know 3 of the participants... Are you going to try and say
Chelsea Green's name like Another Evan? Oh, Chelsea!
No, I'm not. So, we know 3 of the participants are Io Sky, Lyra Valkyria, and Chelsea Green. The other, why does it say the final 2 matches? Does someone else qualify on Raw? Have I got an old?
Did someone else qualify on Raw?
It says SmackDown's final 2 spots will be determined by 2 triple threat matches. What do you mean the final 2 spots?
I mean,
yeah, I should read. Right?
You should read.
So on the SmackDown side, you got Candice LeRae,
it's going to be Jade and Tiff.
Jade Cargill, and Tiff. Well, it can't be because they're in the same match.
Oh, are they? It's going to be Tiffy then.
Right, you should read, shouldn't you? Right.
Fuck you.
And then Blair Davenport, Indy Hartwell, Naomi.
It'll be Naomi.
And then on the Raw side, Dakota Kai, Ivy Nile, and Zoe Stark.
Zoe Starks, because they keep trying to make it a thing.
Okay. So it kind of. So how does Jade lose?
Well, is it triple threat?
It's triple threat.
So, you know, Candice LeRae.
It's kind of.
Candice LeRae fucks it up for Jade, and Tiffy gets the pin.
Okay. Then we do some kind of tag teamy feud with Bianca and Jade. Why is Bianca not involved in this, actually? Interesting. But yeah, I also agree. I think Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Zoe Stark will be the other 3. And it's interesting that they're all kind of up-and-comers to a degree. Which I quite like. Yeah. And I think it's the same on the men's side, which we'll get to in a bit.
Isn't that the spirit of Money in the Bank, really?
Yeah. I mean, Io Sky's in it, who's just being the champ. So maybe not all up-and-comers.
But I mean, let's be honest. She's had a run as the champ, which is great, and it's no disrespect to that, but she's still very much a young talent and an up-and-coming.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But you've got to imagine the winner's going to be Tiffany Stratton. But I really want it to be Chelsea Green. I just think Chelsea Green's fucking amazing.
She is.
She maximizes.
She's way too good at the comic role, though.
No, she is. Like, she doesn't need it, does she? But can you imagine her with the Money in the Bank? I just think that could be comedy gold.
I mean, it could be.
Like, she could just fail the cash-in.
Actually, she'd be a great one for failed cash-in, you know?
Yeah.
She'd be a great one for that. And then a reaction to fucking it up as well.
Well, exactly. Because like the problem is with historically for the women anyway, they tend to cash in like either at the event or like fucking like instantly. So I wouldn't mind someone holding it a bit longer. I wouldn't mind someone holding it a bit longer, or having someone cash in quick, but then just losing and it's done. It's the thing that's forgotten about. Because it can be a burden, I think, the Money in the Bank briefcase. Like,
I think this is the trouble I've had with Money in the Bank, is like the pay-per-views are always decent, but like they don't have a plan for the briefcase afterwards, and that's been quite obvious the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But like you say, they could really work with that with Chelsea.
Do you think it'll remain a briefcase? So if either Tiffany or Chelsea win it, do you think they'll turn it into like some kind of handbag or something?
I mean,
kind of matches their characters a little
really
bit.
Could work. Like they could like.
Another piece of merch to sell
the lunchbox, and they
exactly. So I wonder if they'll do something like that. But Io's already won it, so it won't be Io. I don't think they'll put it on Zoe Stark. So
I think Jade will end up in the Money in the Bank match, but I just don't think they're ready to put her as the winner.
Yeah. Well, Jade can't though if Tiffany's in there.
Oh yeah, it's the same match.
Which is weird, isn't it? Because you think that she would be.
So
in there.
Yeah, it's got to be Tiffany. That's confusing me now.
Yeah, but no, I think it'll be Tiffany, but I would also be really happy with Chelsea Green.
Cool.
Do you agree, Tiffany?
Yeah, gotta be Tiffany.
Okay. Which then takes us to the men's Money in the Bank, and it's a similar story here.
Main event, Jay at it again.
So the final spot from SmackDown will be determined in a match between LA Knight, Logan Paul, and Santos Escobar. I think it's going to be Santos because LA Knight and Logan Paul will cancel each other out, setting them up for a United States
I actually think LA.
Championship. Do you think?
I think LA. Yep.
Okay, I think Santos. And then the final spot on Raw will be Drew McIntyre, Dragunov, and Sheamus.
I think there's going to be another example. I think Drew's going to be in the Money in the Bank, and there's going to be another example yet again of CM Punk screwing.
So I thought that originally, and then I'm just like, it's so mismatched if Drew McIntyre's in this match.
Yeah.
Especially because I think it's going to be Santos on SmackDown. I think it's going to be Dragunov, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Dragunov would work, but doesn't he? No. Yeah, so
only because like I completely get it. I think Drew might get screwed out with a match on Raw.
Okay. Yeah.
So he doesn't
It'll still happen, but yeah. No, that'd make a bit more sense.
Just because I don't...
And then you can still put your up-and-comers in the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
That makes a bit more
sense. I think that kind of works, but...
Okay, we'll go with Dragunov then.
I think we're going to have to be honest, and I don't think we like the answer to this, but it's going to be Jay, isn't it?
It shouldn't be. Jay's going to totally fuck this up. They really want Jay to be a thing. You can't just call somebody main events. I've said this so many times before.
Yeah. He's over, though.
he's over, but he's not a champ.
Like in
He's
Scotland,
over.
they did like a promo package for him. Wasn't even on the show, and he was probably got one of the highest cheers of the fucking night.
I think he's really talented, and like even that bit he did with the Fireflies was funny as fuck, right? But I think there's a difference between being popular and being a champ, and I think the epitome of that is Kofi Kingston. I think he might get Kofi Kingston here, where they want to push him to that scene, but he's not doesn't really fit in that scene.
Yeah.
So then it's like, oh, he was a rubbish champ. It's like he wasn't. You just put him there, and then you weren't happy with the result.
Yeah.
That's what I think will happen.
The problem I've got with all this, though, is we expect Jay to get involved in the Bloodline story.
Yeah, there is a lot of expectation there.
And, like, team back up with Jimmy and stuff. So he can't be holding the money in the bank.
Tag team.
Well, yeah.
Trouble.
But he can't be holding the money in the bank while that happens. And he can't be the world champ while that happens. So it's almost like, what's the long play here? Is he not going to get involved in the Bloodline stuff? Or if he is, when does he get there?
Yeah.
Because if he's Mr. Money in the Bank and he's involved in the Bloodline stuff, that's kind of doesn't work.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, it could work, though. Because of the main titles involved in the Bloodline stuff, and he can just suddenly capitalise that. It could work.
Here's one for you. I've just come to my head now.
Great.
What if we don't get a winner? What if the Wyatt Six show up?
What,
just take everyone out?
And there's just no decision?
There's just no winner.
Be a unique one with that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I like that.
If you think about it, they killed Chad Gable, so he's involved in it.
Yeah.
They debuted after Jey Uso won his match on Raw. So it's like
they're obviously
are we starting to see some links or something here? So with these two already in the match, is that where they get involved?
But do you think one of the six will end up with the briefcase?
That could be a shocker, couldn't it?
I mean, putting the title on such a mysterious faction would be an interesting. I'm not sure that'd work, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
you just keep like storing mysterious VHS tapes inside the briefcase and giving it to Michael Cole every week.
We haven't. Thing is, we haven't really seen a lot of them in the ring yet, have we? You got to imagine Uncle Howdy would be the one. Let's say you're putting somebody in the title scene. He's the leader of the faction. You put him in the match, like in ring work. We've never seen any. So
yeah, I just think.
Well, I don't know enough about them yet.
I think it's going to be Jay still, and the reason I think that is because it gives them another merchandising opportunity because they'll sell Money in the Bank briefcases and they'll probably sell Yeet in the Bank briefcases.
Money in the Yeet,
just like they've got Senor, Damian Priest ones, haven't they? So. But no, I think it'll be Jay, and I'm not super happy about that.
No, me neither.
But if the Wyatt Six get involved and fuck shit up, that would make me happy.
Be fun.
To be fair. So yeah, it's kind of heating up a bit now, isn't it? There's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of rivalries going on.
Indeed.
It does feel like a lot more of a cohesive story at the minute. Loads of things happening in sync, which is good. So I like the fact that they're keeping it to up and comers in these matches now as well.
Yeah, I think it's a better way of doing it. Yeah. You got to build the new talents, and you know what? Fair play to WWE, they are starting to do that.
Yeah,
I know they've very recently had The Rock and that involved, but you got to use the star power, right? And I think they are.
Yeah,
I
agree. So yeah, they were our Money in the Bank predictions. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do all the usual, like, subscribe. If you're listening to this, give us a good rating. And before we go, we'll just give a shout out again to the A2theK Foundation. Go and check those guys out on Instagram. They're doing some amazing work over here in the UK. So going to different British wrestling events and doing collections of kind of toys and merchandise and things like that, packaging it all up and giving it to some kids who really need it and kind of, giving them hope through wrestling, really.
Yeah. It's giving back, but also sharing that love of wrestling. You can't beat it, can you?
No, certainly can't. So go and check them out at A2theK Foundation. We'll put a link in the description as well. And catch you on the next one.